Well, the purpose of a party is to have fun together.
I'm Nick Carraway. This is my last attempt at speaking with the great Jay Gatsby. Gatsby, how are you today?
Very good. How are you, Nick?
The late, great Gatsby. Alright, so Gatsby, how was it growing up as a poor child? Tell us, how was it growing up before you became great?
Sometimes I even forget that story is the true one. I lived in such a life of lies in my lifetime. But, it was a mess. It was dirty. I didn't have much growing up. Didn't have all these extravagant things. I knew that one day I'd be great. I'd be a rich man. I'd have influence. And I dreamed, and I pushed for it.
That's an amazing story. Once you became the person of high stature that you were, and your influence on other people's lives grew to a significant amount, do you feel, this is a personal question for me, that you positively impacted my life, and why or why not?
Well, you're talking to me today, Nick. You rose me. I'm dead, Nick. Obviously, something there pushed. I like to think that I showed you the true meaning of people. I don't know if it's really the meaning you wanted, Nick, but I feel, unfortunately, my fate had to be what showed you the truth.
Okay. I guess in contrast to me, to anybody else that lived with us, especially in the West Egg, that would visit you, were you ever more to them than just the guys who throw parties to anybody?
Well, you were there at my funeral. I think that speaks for itself. They loved me in life. They loved me for those parties, but the second I needed them, were they there?
No. Speaking of deaths and the cause of your funeral, in a related note, do you feel like it was you who, in fact, caused Myrtle Wilson?
Well, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't Daisy's fault. It's that Tom. Why couldn't he be true to Daisy? He had to hurt her. And so he hurt Myrtle. It's Tom. It's definitely Tom.
Okay. Now, into your own death, how do you feel about it? With your answer, was your death justified, or was it without cause?
Well, I lived. It's not my fault Myrtle died, but put in his shoes, I probably would have done the same, to tell you the truth. Justified? Probably not. But I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, Nick.
It's understandable. With it being Tom's original fault, in people that, in relation to the area that he lives on the East Egg opposite of us, what are your feelings toward the people of the East Egg, the old money?
Those East Egg people, they're so stuck up and lazy. I worked for my money. I did what was needed to be done so I could be the rich person, so I could be the influence.
Yeah.
They live and their parents die, and that means they can be rich and extravagant.
I guess more specifically, what are your feelings toward Tom Buchanan of the East Egg, Daisy's husband?
Tom was the worst of them all. Using his money to buy love, and not even loving what he bought. Just the worst. He had no concept of any honor. I can't stand the guy.
Yeah, I agree with you there. On the topic of Daisy and your relationship, or what was, um, your claim to fame was your quick millions, your fast money, you're able to get to the west egg of the new mine. Do you feel as if your illegal activities were required to get to Daisy?
I did what was done. I knew what I wanted. I knew Daisy was there. I don't find it immoral. I think it's what had to be done. And I wouldn't take it back if I had the chance.
That's fair. So, skipping forward a little bit, um, had Wilson not have killed you, had you not have been shot, do you feel that Daisy would have called you like she said?
Well, I feel she would. I feel we had true love. We didn't have what her and Tom had. What we had was real. Money meant nothing.
As sad as it is, interestingly enough, I called you that day right afterwards. I even called them. I called the Buchanan residents, and sorry to say, but they were gone. They weren't. They told me they took a vacation for a year. But now that you are in the predicament that you are, dead, the green light was very important to you. It was your kind of reach out to Daisy without, being with Daisy. Do you feel as if you ultimately reached the green light at the end of the pier?
Does anyone reach the green light, Nick? I mean, I got out with Daisy. I was there. I had her in my arms again after so many years. It wasn't enough. I think that green light, no matter how close you get, just floats a little bit farther. But don't ever stop chasing the green light, Nick. The green light is the importance. Always go after the green light, even if you know you can never reach it.
That's a very fair point. To wrap everything up, with all the events that we've gone through, all the events in your life, your rise to fame, your fall down, your journey, do you consider yourself a hero-like character? Do you feel as if you were a hero in a sense?
Well, the hero. It's a good question. I remember the last thing you said to me before my death. I was worth more than the whole bunch put together. But the hero? I don't even know if I believe in hero. I had Daisy, and I lost her.
That's understandable. Well, thank you, the only Great Gatsby, for your afterworldly time. Thank you for giving us the great interview that was today and answering my questions and the reflections of the past. Thank you for your time.
Anytime, Nick. You know, you were my favorite. I'm sure I miss you.